Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Beyond Beauty, the real talk on beauty business. It's just me again in the studio today, and we are going to be talking about technology. And I know that typically when people hear technology, it's one of two things. It's either you're skeptical or you're like, ugh, I'm stressed already, right? Um, but we're going to talk about how technology can actually help you run your business better, how it can help ensure that you are not stressed, and most importantly, that your customers get a great experience and you can grow your business. I'm sure that, when you hear someone talk to you about how you can use tech in your business, you're thinking another platform that I have to learn, another headache, another cost. And honestly, I get it. The truth is that when technology is used well, it doesn't complicate your business. It actually frees you. And then please just ask yourself this. Did you start running a hair salon or a nail salon to be drowning in admin or chasing, missed appointments or doing math to calculate how much you made in a day at 10 p.m.? You did not. So come with me. I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to talk about how tech, when used right, can actually help you. All right. I say this as one of your customers because, yes, I am a beauty girly myself. A lot of beauty businesses sometimes, it comes off as though it's being run on just memory and vibes and WhatsApp. And that actually does work, right? Until it doesn't work anymore. Some of the major problems that I know that beauty businesses typically face when they are not using technology very well or at all is, things around missed appointments or late clients, right? So even if you're using WhatsApp manually to take your appointments, you can't remember all the time which customer is meant to come at what time. And yes, there are some tools, I will mention them. There's some tools out there, or at least present or available to us here in Nigeria or Africa, that will help you take bookings online. But those tools don't have things like WhatsApp reminders or SMS reminders. They rely very heavily on emails. And if you're like me, you don't really check your personal email like that, right? Mm. You might check your work email because you're working, right? But you don't really check your personal email. So what that then means is that customers miss their appointments or they show up late, and that's money from your pocket. Another thing is that there's a lot of back and forth, right? So if you're not even using tech at all, where on your Instagram page it's DM us for bookings, customer will DM you, hi, can I come in at this time to do the service? Okay, no, you can't come in at this time. Come in at this time. Okay, how much is it? Oh, sorry, it's this price. All of that back and forth honestly dampens the customer experience. Customers actually want to be able to book and sometimes pay you or pay in advance and then just show up, get their service done, love it, and go. All the back and forth. Honestly, like there are times, and I have heard from even my friends where they're like, if it is getting too long, they just like drop it. If they can't go to one place to say that, okay, this is how much it's going to cost me, or at least get a response that is clear and is also on time, they're not going to come back to you, or they will not even go through with booking you. The other problem that I know that a lot of people face when they don't use technology is around forgetting client preferences, right? So I come to the salon maybe 3 times, not 3 times, once in 3 weeks, right? I usually do maybe a type of treatment, but then you don't remember because you don't have it written down somewhere. And you might write it in a book, but that book can burn, it can get lost, it can get wet, right? You can write it in WhatsApp, but then you have to now start scrolling to then find what does Lyle like, or what does Shola like, or what does, Tolu like, or Chinedu, or Amaka. No, that's taking time from you that you can be doing other stuff, right? The other thing is losing track of cash flow. You need something that gives you your daily reports, right? And your dashboards and your insights where you know that every day we made X million or X 100,000 or whatever it is, you should not be spending your time calculating manually how much you earned in a day or in a week or in whatever time period that you are trying to calculate for. You shouldn't be doing that. Technology can help you do that. And then, going back just briefly to late cancellations or late clients and no shows, you know, a lot of beauty businesses, require deposits to be paid. And that's fantastic. You should do that because your time is important and valuable and it is money. But then right now, those other tools that I mentioned that I would not mention, you can't even collect payments online. So you go, you book, then customer then have to like then send a screenshot. Or no, go into their GTB or whatever bank, Providus, whoever they're using, do the transfer, take a screenshot, then come into your WhatsApp or Instagram DM to then send you the receipt. Then you then confirm it. As opposed to customer books, they can pay in full or the deposit immediately. You get your confirmation that, oh yes, Layo has booked for, manicure on Saturday at 11 a.m. and she has paid her 10K deposit. Customer will get a confirmation receipt or an email. She would also get, the reminder SMS and reminder WhatsApp. You don't have to lift a finger, right? So tech, when used right, actually frees you and and makes your work easier and less stressful. So you can focus on the other harder things like actually doing the service and getting the service done or, training your staff. So the right tech doesn't replace you. It can't replace you. It just supports you. It makes your life easier. Imagine you don't have to chase down anybody to confirm their deposit or to confirm their appointments because you know that the technology has sent them the WhatsApp reminder and they've paid the deposit already. All you do is just be in your salon at 10 a.m. and wait for them to come in. That's your life with tech that actually works, tech when it is used right. All right, so then we're going to talk about what to look for in a platform, right? So you're like, okay, fine, liar, this sounds wonderful. I am open to using technology to make my life easier and make my business run smarter. What should I look for in a business? Not all platforms or systems that are out there are built for you, right? Especially when you operate in Nigeria or in any other African market. So, first thing is that you want a platform that supports you receiving money, right? Whether that is full payment or deposit. And the reason why that's important is, as you guys know, as business owners, you need to be able to predict your cash flow. And when people cancel and they haven't paid, that negatively impacts your cash flow. When customers actually pay a deposit, they are more likely to show up. And if they don't show up or if they can't show up, they would actually call you to say, "Hey, can I reschedule?" Because their money is already tied down, right? So not only is collecting or receiving, full payments or deposits at the time of booking important for you and your business from a cash flow perspective, it also helps you sieve out or weed out customers who are actually serious about coming to get that service done. The next thing to look out for when you're thinking about, embracing technology is simplicity. You want something that's actually simple because, you know, technology when it is done right, you don't even notice that, oh, this is complicated, right? The same way that you can pick up your phone and WhatsApp somebody, that's technology, right? You want your business management software to be simple where you can start using it immediately. It does not take weeks or months of training, right? It's also important that you have support, local support. A lot of those platforms don't have local support, where it then means if you have an issue or there is a bug or you have questions or need help with something, you are going to have to email them and then wait for a couple of days to get a response or go to like their help center, which is very, very helpful, by the way, but also may not have the robustness of what it is that you're looking for. You want a platform that has local support accessible and available to you. And then the last thing will just be scalability. You want a platform that scales with you as you grow, right? So you start with one location, you go to two locations, you can grow with it. Okay, you then start to offer loyalty rewards. You can have that in the software as well too. All right, you're like, okay, how can we keep our customers happy? We want to start offering membership plans. Your software, so basically like where the software grows as you're growing. That's super, super, super important. The right tool should feel like an additional hand, not a headache. If you want to protect your peace and grow your revenue and stop repeating the same problems every month, every quarter, technology is part of your answer. That's the honest truth. Technology will help you automate mundane parts of your job, things that you should be spending your time doing. You should not be sending out reminders manually. That's taking at least 4 to 5 hours out of your week that can be spent doing other things. You should not be spending hours on end trying to calculate how much you've made in the day. Technology can help you calculate everything. Right. So it's not replacing you, it's just helping you work faster, helping you work better, helping you work smarter. And that's what we all want to do, right? We want to grow and we want to be, efficient at the things that we are doing. And, I want to close this by just saying, I know it's scary, right? But it doesn't have to be. And you don't have to start with everything. You can start small. So small can mean, okay, you know what? We're going to just put up a booking link where customers can see our services, the price, our availability, and they can schedule by themselves. That would I can assure you your staff will thank you for that because that is going to take off a huge part of their manual, work. So start small. You don't have to start big. There's also a common misconception that technology is only for big brands, only if you have 5 locations or you're running like a super mega um business. No. The truth is that you want to start incorporate technology as early as possible so that as you start to scale, it just scales and grows with you. Trying to incorporate technology when you already have 2 locations is more of a nightmare. Well, not a nightmare. It's harder. It's doable. It's just harder than when you start when it's just you and like your 2 staff in one location. Because then those staff already get used to technology. They get used to the process behind stuff. So bookings, payments, this is how we track our loyalty. It's no longer punch cards, it's digital, all of those things. As opposed to when you now have a staff strength of 50, right? It's doable. Don't get me wrong. It's just harder and will take a longer time. So it's always best to start as early as possible and you can start small. You don't have to use everything. Start small. So look at one part of your business, one area that's giving you a headache, that's a nightmare. It might be your bookings, it might be late cancellations, it might be loyalty, right? It's like, trying to create a loyalty program and tracking that. It might be just keeping track of all your customers. Just think of one area and think, okay, how can technology help me? How can technology help improve our process? How can how can it make me work smarter, work better, and grow my business? I actually would like to hear from, everybody what one area of their business is that they maybe are struggling with or what area they think that technology can help them with. And as you think about that one area or maybe it's 2 areas of your business that, it's not very sexy right now, or you think that it's just too manual, it's causing you a headache. And as you're assessing, tools that are out there, so we said, the tool should have local support. The tool should be able to scale and grow with you. And with scalability, that means that the tool should be able to at least do a lot of different functions. That way, you're not using 2, 3, 4 different tools because that will also give you a headache. You want to find a tool that is all encompassing, like Splice. And, you know, Speaking about Splice, just really briefly, one of our main driving forces is we want to empower beauty businesses like yours to grow their business and to spend more time with their customers, to improve the customer experience. We don't want you having to open up a payments page here, a CRM there, using WhatsApp for reminders, using, the physical punch card to be tracking loyalty. We want you to be able to log into Splice and do everything from there because we know it's hard what you do, right? So we think every day, how can we make your jobs and your lives easier? As you're thinking about all of these things, again, it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to start with everything. Start with one thing. And just as you're assessing the different tools out there, just think about, can this tool support at least 80% of my business? Can this tool give me at least 80% of the things that I need? Right? Because again, like I said, you don't want to be juggling five different apps. That's a nightmare. That is not sexy. That is not being efficient. That will not make you grow at all. You'll be spending more time doing that than doing or hiring to do that, as opposed to like actually growing your business. As we wrap this up, I said it was going to be a really short one. Um, and as you think about the one area that your business can be supported with technology, I just want to buttress again. Tech, when done right, shouldn't and doesn't stress you. Technology actually propels you. It gives, like, it turbocharges your growth and your operations, and that's what you need. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode on Beyond Beauty, the real talk on beauty business. I hope you found this useful. Again, let's keep the conversation going. What are some areas that, you think tech can help? Or maybe you've been burnt by technology, actually. Would like to learn, hear from you and learn about that. Follow and subscribe to us, or to our channel rather, on YouTube. Also follow us on Instagram down there. And I will see you in the next episodes. Bye.